Hey YouTube, welcome to Trevor's Vinyl World. We're out on the porch today, and I just want to respond a little bit to a little bit of the Tupac murder trial. Duane, Keffe D, Davis is on trial. I've done a couple videos. I was gonna stay quiet, but if Keffe D can't shut up, then why do I have to shut up? You know, I mean, if you are on trial for your life, meaning if he gets brought up on these, or if he gets prosecuted and found guilty of these murder charges, Duane, Keffe D, Davis, his life's over. He's going to be rotting in a prison. He'd probably be a target. They'll probably have to protect him, but he'd probably get killed in prison. If he gets off, he might get killed. I don't know. But all you have to do in court is sit there and shut up. You have a lawyer. He has a lawyer. And you just sit there and you try not to look guilty, which I don't know how you do that. You can't really smile, but you also can't look dejected. You kind of have to give a poker face. But the other day, this Duane Davis, he has this outburst where he starts pointing and yelling at the prosecuting attorney, and it's just a bad look, bro. It's just a really bad look. And I guarantee you the whole time his lawyer is thinking to himself, shut the fuck up. Like what is the point of you having me here if you're just gonna do this? It made him look so guilty. You wrote a book where you talked about like orchestrating killing Tupac. That's bad enough. You don't write a book. You don't, like if I steal a bunch of cars and the cops don't catch me, I shouldn't publish a book about stealing cars and giving details of where I stole the cars. Like, so he's already in a bad spot. But this outburst the other day, I really think it's going to do him in. And I don't care. I just think it's kind of funny. All you have to do is sit there. That's all you have to do. And it's amazing how people are their own worst enemies. You can tell that the guy had hatred for Tupac. And at the end of the day, if you hate someone, it's going to bring out really bad actions in you. You shouldn't hate anybody. You can dislike them. You can dislike a lot of people in this world. But once you start hating and you act on that hate, something bad is going to happen. And I've said it before, I'm a huge Tupac fan. So I'm a little biased. I'm obviously, trials are about blaming someone, establishing blame. And if you do not want to be blamed for something, one of the things you do not do is you do not have outbursts in the courtroom and start pointing and making yourself look like a jackass. And that's what this Duane Davis did the other day. I'm not following the trial every day. I'm sort of doing like a follow it, and then a day or two later see if anything interesting happened. It's a lot of audio and a lot of interviews of people that do not want to be interviewed. People do not want to be known as a snitch. And a lot of these interviews or witness stand during the court is just sort of like they're pulling teeth. Nobody wants to give out a lot of good information. So I've lost a little bit of interest in the trial, but at the same time, I am still following it. But this outburst the other day by Duane Davis, if I'm his lawyer, I am just so upset. Like, just sit there, shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Don't give weird looks. Or there was like one time where somebody was on the stand and then they show Duane Davis because he's right there. And he's expecting the guy to say like that some of his interviews are orchestrated or whatever, and Duane Davis is like expecting the guy to say yes, and the guy said no. But it's like you're just looking like a bully. Like you're just looking like a bully, and he should just be sitting there. Don't do anything else. And you know, obviously, it's easy for me to say. Like, I mean, if you're brought up on murder charges, that's got to be, I mean, wow. But anyways, it's not looking good for Dwayne Davis, and yeah, I really don't care. If he did it, and obviously, I mean, why would you write this book? The more I think about it, um, he would have gotten away with it. Nobody was ever gonna like prove this except for the fact that he had this interview with like the police back in 2008 or whatever. Um, and if it was just that, I don't know that you convict him. But when you throw in there the book, the fact that he published a book where he's talking about doing this, um, yeah, I think it's over for him. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. If you are ever in court, it doesn't do you any good to blow up at the prosecuting attorney. I mean, come on, like, and this isn't some 21-year-old kid that doesn't know what he's doing. Like, this is an older guy. He should know better. He should know how to act in a courtroom. Obviously, he doesn't, and I think he's going to pay the price, partly because of this. Um, Between doing that interview with the police and then the book and now this outburst, yeah, I think Dwayne Davis is going to be found guilty. And but there's still a lot to go on, so it'll be interesting. I am losing a little interest in it just because it is so, like, not that it's boring, but it's definitely not the most exciting trial. If anyone disagrees, let me know in the comments what you think. Are you following the case, or the trial? Let me know in the comments. But this outburst the other day, I just think it's inexcusable. You do not act like that in court and expect to be found innocent. Your lawyer is doing his best to explain that you're a good guy and that you didn't do this, and here you are just acting like a clown. So yeah, I think it'll be part of the reason he pays the price for it, I think. So we'll see. Anyways, hope everyone is doing well, and talk at you later.